Hi Libra, welcome back to the revolution. I've been avoiding this reading. The pain is a lot. Three of Cups. So if you're dealing with a third-party situation, the energy is very strong. It's coming in first and foremost. There's a lot of changes coming up. Libra, I cannot be that friend who tells you that everything is fine and you need to just, this is too bright, and you need to just chill. The Three of Cups is about finding things out and it causing a lot of chaos. This is just bleeding over from last month. I'm so sorry. A fire sign, Knight of Wands, Two of Pentacles, Six of Pentacles. Being chosen, someone choosing between you and a fire energy, and the loss of financial advantage is indicated. Okay, so that's fine. Let's just see what else the cards say. We already know where we're at. We know what's going on. Many of you are feeling betrayed. The Three of Cups is a card of betrayal. Unless it's a card of super having a lot of fun. And if that was the case, it would not come up like this. So the Five of Wands and then the Six of Pentacles giving you the mood. The Three of Cups giving you the reason. So now if it's coming up as the Three of Cups, it's because since last month you found out stuff. And it has to do with this fire sign. The fire sign is on the other side of the equation, yeah? So now that we're here, what do? How do we move forward? We know one thing for sure, and this is something you have to remember. Anyone who has wronged you, deceived you, stolen from you. Five of Pentacles. Tried to cause you financial harm. That person, they're playing a very risky game with their luck. When you do that, you transfer wealth and you transfer luck when you hurt people for no reason. So if you find yourself having been betrayed, having found out, fighting about it now, this other person's presence being somewhat ubiquitous, there is a fear of a loss of money now because that other person is going to come in and want to gain from the financial situation. I'm really not trying to scare you. It's just time to be smart. If this is a work situation, bottom of the deck is the Hermit, and then the Seven of Pentacles, and then the Magician, and the Six of Swords, and the Seven of Swords. And the Emperor, the Empress, Three of Swords. Okay, so why don't we just look at these? Because you guys need to look at your cards. Hold on a second, okay? Hi, Libra. It's not that I'm avoiding you, but what's the point of having all these cards out and you really need to know what's going on and you're looking at me like, you need to see this. Okay, look. I'm just going to be really straight with you, okay? And then if it hurts your feelings or whatever, then I'm sorry. But, like, I can't, in the face of what I'm looking at right here, be, like, on some Libra shit right now. Sorry, you're just going to have to, like, hear it the way it is, okay? If you know that this Three of Cups situation is going on for sure, if you know that, and you're staying in the situation and fighting when what you really want to be doing is getting out of the situation, because the longer you stay in it, the longer you're going to lose more money. Now, what do I mean by that? The longer you try to make this work, the more at a loss you're going to be. You need to pull back from this situation, especially if the person you're dealing with is an earth sign. If you're dealing with an earth sign, listen to me. If you're dealing with an earth sign that's part of a third-party situation and you're the spouse, the girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever, you're the one who was with the Libra. Sorry, you're the one that was with the earth sign. And you know that there's a third-party situation that they've been, that person, with this Empress card, they may even be a water sign, but for sure there's a fire energy there between them and that other person. And now it's about, you know what it feels like to me? To me, it feels like now it's just about playing you until the finances can be rearranged the way that they want. Oh, I hate that I'm saying that. Like, I've been so avoiding wanting to do this because I hate this type of drama. But, like, you guys are really going through it, and the drama is coming to you, because I can hear you saying, like, I don't like this kind of drama either. I'm not saying you do. I'm not saying you do. I don't mean to sound accusatory. I'm just so sad about this for you. I don't know how to sympathize, because I just want to be like, come on, let's just fix it. Let's move forward. What's the point of sympathy now? Like, it's over. It's done. But what I'm realizing from looking at these cards is that a lot of you still have quite a journey to take in terms of believing what you see and what you know. You still need to go through all sorts of little steps here and be lied to and try to invest and stay, because you have put a lot into this. I'm not saying you haven't. And a good 7 of those 10 or 12 years have been great. But now what you're engaged in, Libra, is consistently denying that which you know is true. And you know better than anybody that the truth is the truth. You know, like, come on, Libra, who are you hiding from? Like, if you know that there is falsity, if you know that there is deception, then I don't see the point of trying over and over again, back and forth, vacillating back and forth, invest, lose, listen to the lies, believe them, retreat within yourself, take it out on yourself for believing them. I don't see the point of doing this. Oh, but you know what this is? Okay, that's why I don't see the point, because this is the scales. This is you guys trying to calibrate. Oh, no wonder I've been so uneasy. Because I haven't been able to make up my mind about anything today. And I've just been like so irritated with myself. Oh, and this is exactly how I get with Libras. Wow. Ugh. I'm so glad I figured that out. It was such a weight on my shoulders because I've been really beating myself up for not having it together. Is that what you guys are doing? In the midst of all of this going on, you're beating yourselves up for not having it together? Let me tell you something, Libra. I'm glad you're not looking at me because I don't think you're going to like what I have to say. This is not your fault. It's not your fault if somebody goes out and does something outside of a situation that you're in. Wait a minute, but this is your fault. If you know that somebody's doing this, and you know, because you've done this so many times, that they're not going to stop, why are you still engaging in this? Just to what? Just to drain yourself, or because you think that this time there's going to be a better solution? Explain to me what it is that you're getting out of engaging in the same back and forth with someone who is lying to you, who has a whole other situation going on, and would very much still like to lie to you to keep this broken situation together. Because the dreams that this person fed you, especially if they have this fire energy, and this is also what they're feeding the other person too. This dream that this person fed you is one of like, oh, kings and queens, top of the world, king of the world nonsense. Which is why I get that there's this back and forth. Wait, should I give it another wait? But. And of course now the offending party is going to lie to keep this facade up, because this is the perfect situation. You get to have the facade and you get to have, the thing on the side. Now, what your thing on the side becomes is going even further into your own mind. Now, if you don't have a third-party situation at work, at home or with your loved ones, you're thinking, okay, well, this sucks because this reading has nothing to do with me. No, because in some aspect of your life, there is someone meddling in your affairs, and it is causing a lot of conflict for you. And you are having to leave situations because of this. That person has a very particular fire energy. And what is fire energy? When we're talking in relation to this spread, what aspect of this fire energy is coming out? Predation, jealousy, gossip, right? Attacking you. And the person who's supposed to be standing up for you, whether this is work or school or family or friends, the person that's supposed to have your back against this sort of aggression is actually the one playing you. Sorry. And what we need to get very clear about right away now is that none of this is important. Oh, I really understand how your cardinal stubbornness hates this. This is not important. Please let me explain why. This is very serious. This is important. Obsessing and hurting over someone who didn't deserve you, or a situation that's not good enough for you, a situation that even if they do deserve you and they're perfect for you, causes you so much daily stress that you're going to stop being yourself if you stay in it. And where you have to compete. Since when do cardinal signs compete? You win, right? So now you're competing with some other person. You're being triangulated with some other person, being played. You're both being played. I don't think so. So let's put this aside. No matter how much emotion you have attached to it, can we just chalk that up to just now pure, some sort of stubbornness that you want to get over on this person? Because I would say any other month, I'd be like, you know what? You want to be petty? Be petty. But when you have very real concerns coming up because of this situation, forget that. Let's deal with what's important. What's important is that you need to solidify your money situation outside of whatever this is, because this was somehow financially anchoring for you. Because you don't have that, or because you're going to walk away from it, do not see that as a negative. Wait till you see where we're going. You need to focus on where your money comes in and where your money leaves and who you're hanging out with. You know what? This is a perfect video to point this out. This is something that I'm going to go into for Libra manifestation season, okay? So that's a little ways away, but let me give you a little preview. Do you understand, Libra, that every single person has their own money luck? Every person has their own specific energy signature, and that specific signature interacts with the hologram in a certain way. That interaction, that very specific interaction, causes a certain level of abundance to flow to that person. When you, Libra, surround yourself with all sorts of riffraff, one of the things that happens is that because you're more of a quantity over quality type friendship person, you're just very social. It's not a dig. There are a certain element of people that slip through who have very, very unlucky energy when it comes to money, abundance, material goods, okay? Now, the way the transits are happening, this facade farce has to end. You come into a time in your life now, May being a microcosm, okay? May being a microcosm for the next 7 to 9 years while we deal with this Uranus transit. Now what comes into focus is what kind of output and input of energy are we having in the world? Okay? Are we here or are we there? Are we in control of our scales, or are we in control of our scales, or do the scales mete out little by little to give to us? Who's the boss? It will be explored, it will be healed, it will be broken down and put back together. We will also learn how to make friends. How to make not real friends, because I think you guys do have a lot of real friends. How to make those, those large quantity over quality acquaintances? How to make the right ones. How to make the ones whose energy signature spirals you up instead of down. And what do we need for that process? We need silence. We need removal from the situation. And Virgos have this very specific energy when it comes to ending relationships, where once they realize that the love is gone, they're just out. And I really think that that's why this card is coming up, because you got to think about yourself. This situation, the love is not there, or else that person would not act that way. And it is really affecting you, and it will continue to affect you. And you need to stem the, you need to stop the bleeding. And the Hermit energy is the perfect way to go about it, because it doesn't require much from you except your time. And that is something that we need to talk about, because time is something you're going to need now. You don't realize, I said you don't realize it now, or maybe you do, that the situation has been really painful. But the camera was frozen. Yeah, okay, so you guys do. The situation has been really painful, and there is going to be a healing period that is very required now. Very necessary. But first we have some stuff to get under control. Now, how we heal continually and how we get things under control is by going into this, put myself first, put my work first, focus on what's most important. Don't look to the left or to the right until the thing is done properly and I feel safe and secure. The difficult thing about that is that when you do start to get into this energy and you do start to be productive, you start to expect a lot. But that's really good, because we're going from a loss of monies to a gain of monies. It's all about you getting centered and quiet and not letting this consume you. If you get tangled up in this riffraff, see the infinity sign? It'll just be endless. And nothing will change. This person doesn't value you, Libra. And then the Magician. So once things start to go well again after you've pulled back, this lying figure will make their way back. This can also be a Sagittarius. So if you have a Sag in your life that has been treating you this way, they're going to make their way back once you cut them off again. But you can't trust someone who no, you can't trust someone who is still the same, but just better at hiding it. And I think ultimately you will decide that you can't, and that you have to leave the situation, because unlike this person who can play such a good role, you can't. There's too many lies. There's too much deception. It's like even more lies get piled on to make you stay in the situation. But regardless of what you're being told or fed, the reality is that this thing is not true or not real or already broken. Now, if you have an Aries in your life, a Taurus or a Sag, they're coming up very prominently. The Aries coming up as a very destructive element, and the Magician coming up also is very destructive. So that leads me to think that this transit, the beginning of this transit, and this few years that we have in front of us, you're going to, you may have to keep your armor on. Because as these energies start to ramp up, you're going to be more combative. It's a byproduct of a lot of things. But it's better than this Eight of Swords energy. It's better than feeling stuck. Stuck by the lies that are told when you try to leave, just stuck. Okay. I'm actually not going to pull any clarifiers. In the extended, we'll do a new shuffle and we'll clarify the major arcana. Libra, if you are dealing with this in a family sense, and there has been death or divorce in the family, what's very obvious to me is that no one seems to be caring about the children. There's no children around. No one seems to be caring about anything except themselves. And I think that's going on both sides of the equation. I think that's what he's trying to say here, is that they're both equally doing stuff. And I'm not accusing you of anything. I'm just saying that you can never clap with just one hand. So if there are other parties involved that you guys are not taking into account, or if there's other parties are involved in terms of your work environment, wherever this is playing out, please just be cognizant of that and aware of that. Because you guys can be really dramatic when you get in your feelings and then you don't see what's going on. Then you lose all your appropriate behaviors. So just, balance, middle ground. All right, we'll check these out in the extended. And okay, so all the earth signs then. Yeah. All right, Libra. I love you. Let's take a look more in the extended. Let's see what comes up. I'm sorry I've been so kind of awkward through the whole I would, as soon as I see that someone is truly in trouble and truly hurt, I just go into this damage control mode that's so Virgo and so kind of bloodless, and I apologize. It's not because I don't care. It's not because I don't sympathize. It's not because, of course, oh my God, how awful. And I could definitely get into those feelings with you, but it will not help you. It will not help you. You go ahead and be in your feelings as much as you want to, but please don't get stuck in this Five of Wands energy. It will only cause you harm. The way my mom puts it is there's never any money. Money is repelled by fighting in the house. That's a hadith. Money is repelled by fighting in the house. Where there's fighting, the money will run out the door. So whether you want to stay with this person or not, regardless of what you want to do with that job, that person, whatever, just understand that the more you are combating the situation, you are getting played and your money is leaking away. So please stop. Get more internal, cut people off, go inward, be alone, and the money will multiply, you see? And as far as titles go, since that's such an important thing to you guys, you have to understand sometimes Libras can be tricked into staying in something that is awful, that no one would put up with, because they've been tricked by this title, because the way you guys take it is that that person likes you so much that they want to give you this title. You never understand that it could be just as much that they're using you to give you the title. They need someone to give it to. You know what I'm saying? They're using you. So if you're upset about that, or upset about losing your status or losing your title or whatever, it's only because you're still playing into the whole farce. Let it go. that thing is not what you thought it was. And, just more reiteration. It's not what you thought it was. And then, the swords going up more and more. It's not what you thought it was. But you will prevail. And we'll clarify, and we'll do a second shuffle. All right, Libra? I do love you. I'll see you in the extended, and I'll see you in June.